Hey, what's going on guys? Migzuba here. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a big Rakdos deck for standard best of one. Now, before we get into the deck, I just want to ask you guys a quick question. So my past two videos have been testing for the Mythic Invitational this weekend, and they've seen a fair amount of support. So if you guys are down for more best of three and more actual competitive decks, like legitimately competitively viable, let me know in the comments because I'm really happy to make those videos. I just feel like the decks aren't as original. It's more meta, which, isn't exactly what I based my channel on. But if you guys like it, just again, leave a quick comment. I'd really appreciate the feedback. Anyways, getting into this list, it's mostly a big red control deck, and we're splashing black for two cards. One Valky or Tybalt. The whole combo is we go Ironcrag Feet, hold open one red mana on turn 5, and then we can basically ramp out Tybalt really quickly. Or we obviously have the Ugin on turn 5 with the feet and the one extra mana if we've hit our land drop. So that's sort of the whole base behind the deck. It's very similar to just old classic Big Red from the previous format. And being in Rakdos also helps us with a really good sweeper in the form of Extinction Event. So this is probably the best sweeper right now because it deals with all sorts of creatures, kills Annex without leaving behind tokens, and Mono Red is back in a big way, which is why I think I can get away with playing this in best of one for now, because prior to this week, there was a lot of Sultai Ultimatum, and you would not be caught dead winning with like a mono black or a mono red control list. But I swear 90% of my games this week have been mono red, and the other like 10% have pretty much been mono white. I've been facing crazy aggression, so I think that Rakdos is going to be, or Big Rakdos is going to be a fairly strong deck in this hyper aggressive meta because mono red has been picking up a lot of tournament wins, and this deck can deal with these other ones in a number of ways. We have Cinderclasm as a 3 mana board wipe if you kick it for a red. If not, you can always just deal 1 damage to all creatures, right? Which is amazing against mono white. They typically have a lot of speakers, Alsaids, Selfless Saviors. So really solid card. Fire Prophecy and Dragonfire. 2-2 split because I've seen some people dislike Prophecy because it can't target Planeswalkers and doesn't exile, but we can flat out in this deck. We have 26 lands with the 4 Shatterskull Smashings. And while that's all well and good, and we do need to hit our land drops, sometimes we hit a bit too many land drops, so Prophecy can help cycle that away. Also, if we're in a matchup where removal isn't particularly good, if we're given a target, we can like drop off a Soul Seer or an Extinction Event and try to hit something like Ugin, for example. Shredded Sails because I still want a way to deal with artifacts. The Great Henge is a very real card, and if not, you can blow up a flyer. This deck has a decent rogues matchup. We have the Shredded Sails to take out like Thought Thieves. Both of these deal with Thought Thieves and pretty much anything else in the deck. We also have the Ox as an escape card and Tome as our 2 mana artifact. Scry, set up your deck, gain some life, draw some cards. Love the Tome. Soul Seer, I haven't faced a lot of Gruul, like at all. But this card is really good against Lovestruck Beast, and in my old red decks, I used to run more, but because Gruul has sort of fallen off best of one meta, at least a little bit, or at least for me, if you're facing a lot of Gruul, maybe bump this up. But yeah, I've been seeing a lot less of it, but I still want to be somewhat prepared. So one Soul Seer. Also, being able to take out a Heliod is solid as well because the creature you target loses indestructible, or Planeswalker, although I don't even know if you can get an indestructible Planeswalker. Anyways, Bone Crusher Giant, cheap removal, big body, solid card. Solemn Simulacrum ramps you, doesn't die to your Ugin minus, and draws a card once he gets killed. Feet ramp you to Ugin or Valky. We went over that in Extinction Event. Solid sweeper. Ugin, obviously, one of your win cons, just a amazing turn 5 play. And if you don't need to sweep the board and you have the option, you can always just go for Tybalt and just accrue some stupid card advantage. Mana base, we have the temples because we have nothing to do on one anyways, and we're not super punished for it. The scry can be really nice, and it's one of the ways we help splash for black. Pathways, they can be red like most of the time. You only really need one black pip. Mostly mountains, one swamp to fetch off the simulacrum. If you're worried about drawing this or hitting it too often, you can always just put in a 10th mountain, and 8 black sources, should be more than enough for your only 6 black pips in the whole deck. Crawling Barrens as an alternate win con, better than Faceless Haven in this deck, at least in my opinion, because we can just chill, hold up a bunch of removal, and Maze Mind Tome Draw, and the mana to pump the Barrens. So I like the Barrens in these types of control decks. Field of Ruin to deal with your enemies. I want to say Barons, but not even anymore. But I mean, if they are on Barons, it deals with that too. But you can take out castles. It's mostly here for the Faceless Haven. And Shatter Skull Smashing, we're pretty much mono red. So, you know, we're not really punished for running the Shatter Skull Smashing. We want as much red as we can anyways by turn 4 for the Ironcrag feat. So that's it for the list, guys. I'm pretty excited to play today. We do have to rank up. 5 days left in the season, and I am not in Mythic yet, so I got to get cracking on that. Anyways, if you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video and consider subscribing. It really motivates me to make more content. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Okay, hand is great, honestly. We don't have turn 5 Ugin or Tybalt, but we have all our colors, and we have removal and card draw, so no matter what we're up against, we're feeling pretty good. Okay, is it? We'll take a Scry. Another Ox? I don't think so. I think we're good with just the one. Okay. We'll get this Tome down. I don't even know if they're going to give me anything to stomp. And Simulacrum is a fine draw, but we're doing okay on land, at least for the moment. And opponent does nothing, so we're just going to take our time and chill too. We can just draw cards off this Tome while the opponent builds up their mana. And we're not falling behind, we're building up our mana and drawing some cards too. Alright, Shredded Sails, that could be interesting. I think we go for the Simulacrum, get a board presence. Interaction, maybe? Bone Crusher Giant, Brazen Borrower. Fire Prophecy, nice. I get to draw a card off that, so we're chilling. And they cycle, maybe for a land. Take that draw. So our mana is like full chillin' right now. We have lands up to 8 in hand, so not worried about hard casting this Ugin. Okay, Teamer. Alright, Teamer Ultimatum maybe, which does not bode too well for Ugin. And it would explain their slower start to the game. Okay, Wolfwillow Haven. If I can get an Ugin out faster though, okay, that's bad. They still need more blue though. Oh my god, they have Ultimatum, okay. So what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna take a Scry. And I am gonna look for an Ironcrag feat. Actually, Valky's not bad. We're gonna take Valky. And we're gonna put another one on black, just in case. And I can actually cast the Valky, see if they have Ultimatum. But I think we're fine holding everything up. If they make a huge board with an Ultimatum, then I just cast Ugin and take it out within the next 2 turns. And they cast Beanstalk Giant, so sure. Maybe they don't have Ultimatum. I can always cycle this. We have another answer to a Brazen Borrower. And they're on 5, only 1 red, so no terror. Migration Path? Jeez, opponent is ramping. Okay. So mana advantage secured, alright. Simulacrum's fine. I think I am going to cycle this. Yeah, that's good for me. Like, that's enough. So, do I get Tybalt down? Tybalt and then push Ultimate, I guess? But if they have... I mean, they probably would have Ultimatum last turn if they had it. Alright, let's be greedy. Let's get this Tybalt down. No counter magic up. I know these decks sometimes run Jwaris. And we'll plus, see if we could find an Ultimatum of our own. Cultivate and Ironcrag feat, nice. Lots of mana. Lots and lots and lots of mana. But I'm worried about the opponent exploding onto the board and finding a Terror of the Peaks and just shooting this Tybalt to the floor. Okay. That is a Vorinclex, but that doesn't actually kill my Tybalt. It puts it to 1. And we can double spell it down. Which isn't ideal, but it's also, like, fine. Okay. Down to 1, loyalty, but it's still live. All right, what you got? This is also not our matchup. We really are built to take on aggro decks. But Tybalt gives us more game in these sort of matchups where we're already at a disadvantage based on the style of deck we're playing. And they don't do anything, so my turn. I'm not going to plus this right away. I am going to go for a double spell. I'm going to start with the Dragonfire because I want the loyalty to go up on the Planeswalker. And then we're going to follow it up with a Fire Prophecy. Okay, and we're going to cycle this land, keep it in the deck for a Simulacrum. Okay, we're not looking bad. We'll plus the Tybalt now. We hit a Goldspan Dragon. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So I can play my land from hand and then cast a Goldspan, or go for an Ironcrank Feat into a Goldspan Dragon and draw a card with the 2 extra mana. How does that sound? Or I can just ramp with Simulacrum. I kind of like getting the Goldspan Dragon down though. So we're going to go red. We're going to Feat. And we're going to go for the dragon. Draw now, gain some life with the last 2 mana. Cool. Alright, Shatterskull's not bad. And we're going to get in there and get a bit more mana. So next turn we can hold open Bone Crusher Giant, or on my opponent's turn that is, because we actually can't cast it right now. Alright, we're not looking bad. Even if the opponent explodes onto the board at this point, they have to respect a Goldspan Dragon and a Tybalt. And we also have 8 mana just in raw lands for the Ugins. So we've managed to keep up decently on mana with our opponent, despite their crazy ramp. Okay, Vorinclex. Vorinclex comes down and attacks my Tybalt. Okay. Tybalt down. That's okay. It did its job. Honestly, I can't complain too much. And we're not going to Bone Crusher face. We're just going to keep this here. So we can go for Sad Ugin, and I say Sad Ugin because it enters on half loyalty. Or we can go for a massive Shatterskull Smashing. How much mana am I going to have? I'm going to have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we can go for 8 mana and then Solemn. That doesn't sound horrible to me. Okay, let's start by attacking. I want these treasures. Okay, we're going to take out this Vorinclex. Double red. 1, 2. 3, 4. I want to use the treasures while the Goldspan Dragon is still on the field. So pay 6. Auto pay. Yep, feels bad we don't get a second target, but I really want this Vorinclex off the field. And now I can cultivate and then get Tome down, or I can get Solemn down. Let's get Solemn down. And then play the Temple. I guess we'll grab more red. We're chilling on black. We only really need 2 sources. And they go for a dragon, Fire Prophecy. Okay. So they get to cycle a card. Probably looking for an ultimatum still. Another Tome is always fine. It's always accepted. And we do that before we play land. Scry, we don't need more. I mean, let's just hit our land drop next turn, but we have Cultivate for that. Okay. So what do you got? Opponent making me considering actually running Goldspan Dragon in my deck, which is kind of jokes. They go for their own Ugin. Okay. If they -5, I just play mine and bolt theirs. Yeah, they go for the -5. Okay. Okay, so that's our land for the turn. So I want to cast Ugin And then, what, play Tome? Yeah, seems good. Ugin will fight enemy Ugin. I can actually cultivate, be a little bit more mana efficient, and set up some mana for the next 2 turns. But I don't hate getting a Tome online either. Let's just do that. It's Ugin proof. And if I need to, I can start scrying. Pardon me. Alright. Did the opponent finally draw their ultimatum? They cycle Triome. Okay, that's a good sign. Still holding open ultimatum mana. And they scoop. Okay. I mean, I don't think you scoop right there. I think if you... Because next turn I plus my Ugin. And then it's in ultimate range. And if you don't find your ultimatum next turn, then you scoop. But you still have another turn to look. And I'm not exactly winning here. I mean, I can bolt your face, draw some cards, and ramp, maybe get down another Tome. So I'm well set up. But I haven't... Like, I'm not out the woods yet. But we are in a pretty good spot. And Ultimatum is a relatively random card, so they might just completely whiff or hit like 4 lands and a Shark Typhoon. Okay, yeah, hand is cool. It does the thing. We have the red mana, so the black mana for the Valky. Barons makes it a little awkward for the turn 5 feat, but we can still hold open some generic mana. I mean, not hold open, but like use generic mana when casting the feat. Don't want another extinction event. This is probably rogues. It could still be cycling. There's been like a little resurgence in cycling these past couple weeks, which God pisses me off. Oh, that's not a good sign. Okay. That is a bad sign. Let's get the Tome down. We might need to start scrying for land. You can cycle now. We know what's going to happen. Unless this is like Grixis sack with the Luris companion, in which case, crazy respect. Nope, you lose all my respect. Alright. So let's see if we could take them on. I'm not as scared of their board presence as I am scared of their Zenith Flare, because we can interact with their board, but we have no way of interacting with the Flare. Okay, if they're taking turn 2 to Slime Improbable Alliance, we're pretty happy. Yep. That's land. And we keep the land. Baron's down. Get rid of quote-unquote summoning sickness. Okay. So we need one more land in the next couple draws for turn 5 Tybalt. Ugin would be a bit better in this spot, can't even lie. But they are just going to get a 1/1 fairy. Uh-huh. I have seen these decks running in Improbable Alliance, which I find interesting. I feel like people have like done the testing and came to the conclusion that it was too clunky, but maybe that was just because of the bolt lands at the time. The shock lands, sorry. Okay, no land for turn. Awesome. Let's put in a stop on upkeep, although I don't think we're gonna scry. Yeah, we're not scrying. Okay, draw. Alright. So, do I want to play the Simulacrum? I mean, it gets me more mana, and I'm not under crazy pressure, so... Wait, do I need to play this Field of Ruin? Let's just get enough red down. And we'll go for this. They only have one fairy right now. Take that action, grab more red. Okay. See if we could find an Ugin so we can actually wipe this off the field. This is better in more control-y matchups to give us a source of card advantage. Cycle. Crazy. Crazy sequences from the opponent, guys. Never before seen. Okay, and they cycle the healer. I really think they're trying to hit their 3rd land, and they just can't do it. Take 1 damage. Yeah, I'm not going to scry here. This is an enchantment, just making sure. And they have to discard to hand size. Nice. Okay, so, do we ramp out the Tybalt? I don't hate it. It's not a bad play. I mean, we can hardcast it next turn anyways, right? If we just if we just play Simulacrum and then draw a card off Tome. And honestly, that might be better, as hilarious as that sounds. But I guess we can, if we push this to Ultimate, then Zenith Flare is a lot less scary. And they are going to be forced to attack it, thus not attacking my face. Okay, I think I've talked myself into it. We're going to go for the Tybalt. Yep, just make sure I play the right thing. And do this, draw now with the mana we have. Okay, and we're going to just start building this thing's loyalty up. Land? Haha, we took their land. They're playing Bone Crusher Giant? So maybe this is just weird. No, it's not Is It Draw 2, it's clearly cycling. Why are you playing Bone Crusher Giant in your cycling deck? I don't know. Opponent's doing weird stuff, guys. We also attack with the Simulacrum because, I mean, we're not blocking anything. Yes, more cycling. Make more fairies. I wonder at what point I'm supposed to Extinction Event them all away. I mean, I don't exactly want to get rid of my Simulacrum without getting the card. And they're going for my face. No respect for the Tybalt. Which ultimates in 2 turns if they don't actually do anything about it. And land or discard step? Discard step. Okay. Let's plus. Flourishing Fox. That's jokes.
So many painful memories.
We actually have... is this whenever you cycle a card? Yeah, just making sure. We're going to attack. Now, what is the correct course of action? We can start pumping Barons, but I mean, they just make chump blockers with the Ironcrag feat forever, so that doesn't sound very good to me. Maybe it's just Stomp and Bone Crusher Giant to get more aggressive while they're stumbling on mana. We're at 6. That takes up 5. Plenty of options. I also don't exactly want to play another Simulacrum because Extinction Event ideally takes out all these fairies. Let's be aggressive. I think I'm okay taking a more aggro line because the opponent's missing land and we are gonna have to close this game out. Try which land? I'll go from hand. We'll take the Scry. Ugin, yep. And I guess we're gonna play out the Fox just as a 1/1. All right. Not looking bad, guys. If we ultimate the Tybalt, what do we get? It's less about what we get, and it's more about cleaning their yard for the Zenith Flare, which they probably have. They've seen almost half their deck, and no actual third land. How many lands are you running, man? They're probably running like 16 lands or something stupid like that, and they scoop, yeah. So I don't know what their deck list is. It does seem a little bit weird. I don't know why you'd be playing Bone Crusher Giant in a cycling deck. And while I understand the improbable alliances, I don't know if that's exactly optimal. Everything else seems standard. It's just all cyclers. But yeah, make sure you're at least running 20 lands and maybe a little bit more than that, like 22. I don't exactly play cycling, but just some friendly advice. You don't want to miss that many land drops in a game. Alright, against Yorion. Oh, man. Alright, let's go. I'm not going to mulligan this, but it's not ideal either. Alright, let's see if we can hold our own. I swear, I built this deck to take on aggro, and I'm not facing any aggro today. Alright, Ugin is good against this style of deck, which I'm going to assume is Sultai. Man, what happened to my constant mono-red streak, guys? Who knows? Okay, Zoria's control, maybe? We'll put this on black because we need a black source at some point, and we might as well make it now. Omen. Oh, if this is Zoria's control, we are in trouble. But I guess it's better than Sultai control. We're just in for a long game. Surge. Man, I swear I read Suge. Human mind works in mysterious ways. Just to even have a chance in this matchup, we're going to need our tomes, and we're going to need to hit a very controlling set of draws like Simulacrum. Engine pathway, okay. Alright, Raven's Warning. So make a bird, and then whenever they deal combat damage, draw a card. Alright. Gone with you. We'll cycle the event, because I doubt we're going to need it in this match. Bone Crusher Giant. I mean, if they're going to try to get some birds out, I guess it's not the worst thing ever. We'll get this down tapped and hold open, I guess, all our 2 mana removal. And it doesn't look like Chapter 2 is going to do anything. So maybe Esper Doom, because I saw CGB playing a Raven's Warning Esper Doom list today. Oh, look at that. It might be that exact deck. Second Raven's Warning. Keck W. Nice burb. At least they're giving us targets that sort of matter. And these cards replace themselves, so it doesn't feel great either. I guess we're going to play the 4-3. We don't really have anything to lose, and if they play ECD, it's not like they're targeting something important. Well, they're going to get 2 sideboard cards, so what are they going to grab? Man, they probably got a whole sideboard teched out. We'll see. Oh, do we not get to see what it is? You may put a card... Nay, we don't get to see what... Oh, on top of your library. Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. Sure. Oh, I want this so badly to stick. I really want this thing to stick to the board, guys. So what happens? We play Tome, we play Valky, and then... Oh, it's just so bad. Because they're going to go on their Doom. I think we have to play both of these. Alright, let's start here. This could be a misplay, but I have 2 more, so I'm not too stressed about it. Hey, we got a Yorion. That's jokes. Nice ECDs. By the way. At least I was right on that call. It also explains their double white at the beginning of the game. Okay, they sack Omen because they want their top card. Well, not top card, but card that they placed on top of their deck. Or they want another one of those, I mean. Sorry. Let's go. Put it on your deck and then crack it with the crack the passage. You know you want to. You know you want to. I mean, we're not out of it. We have Dugan, which Ugin really punishes these Doom Foretold decks. And it's not like they're going to kill me quickly. I'll put a stop on my upkeep. Let's see what they go for. They make a Shark, okay. Alright, they really want to draw that card. And if I turn into this, will it have CMC5? I think so. So we don't want to transform our Valky. We'll probably just give them the Yorion back at this rate. And they want to hit their land. They go for the Field of Ruin. Sure, we don't really have any important lands. I mean, we have Crawling Barrens, so it's not horrible. Take a Scry. Yep, that's good. And I'll sack... Do I... Okay, if I drop the Tome and then hit another land, then we're chillin'. I'm just thinking, I don't want to not resolve the Simulacrum. Okay. I guess we'll give them back the Yorion. They don't have anything to blink right now, so it's fine. I'm not going to take the risk on the Maze Mind Tome. I'm just going to play this. Get my mana online. Get a board presence. Would we have drawn the land? We actually would have. Okay, feels bad. But it's okay. We'll actually have Ox to draw more gas in the late game, but it'll get ECD'd. So we don't exactly want to do that. They don't have any amazing plays. Like, they can just hardcast a Yorion. They top deck an Omen of the Sea. Okay. That's a good draw. If they hit nothing, they just buy their Yorion. Nothing to get back with ECD just yet, so it's just a 5 mana annoying removal spell at the moment. And they're gonna Granted. Did they really put a Granted on top of their deck from the sideboard? I don't know. They could have put this Omen, or they could have gotten a Field of Ruin to hit their land. I'm not sure. Dance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Take a scry? Nope. I need them to dance, and then I need to play Ugin and wipe everything they just danced. Okay, so we play this tapped. We're going to attack. No reason not to. Do we main phase this? I think so. And we just find land. Okay. So we're going to play this tapped. Get to 7 mana, and we're going to pass the turn. So what do they dance back? They dance back all this stuff, and then we go for Ugin, wipe it all away. They're just going to go for a Yorion. Okay. Blink there. Omen of the Sea, which is also fine. All of this is acceptable. I'm going to bolt this. Empty the hand. So Ox might actually be able to do something. And I don't want to slam Ugin into double ECD, but I might not have a choice. Like, it forces their hand and it forces the ECD to come down, and then I can kind of recover with the Ox. Shredded Sails, not great. Not exactly targeting artifacts. So we just go for this -5. And then force them to play an ECD next turn. Okay. We have 3 more Ugins in the deck. We'll find more. We'll find more, guys. Alright, and we can cycle the Shredded Sails, and we can play Ox. Alright, ECD comes down. We knew that was coming. It's okay. It's not ideal, but they don't even have any targets to get back. Okay, did they have land? They probably do based on this stick. Okay, we are gonna need some card advantage though, and they go for another Fae. Fair play. Cinderclasm, not exactly where we want to be. We'll draw, see if we hit land. We don't. I'm gonna attack. We're gonna do this. Get this thing exiled. That's why we do that instead of playing the Cinderclasm. We're gonna cycle these Shredded Sails in case we hit land. We do, and we'll pass. Okay. Not bad. Not the best turn sequence, but again, not a horrible turn sequence. They might dance here. I wouldn't put it past them. We can't cast Ugin if we draw it this turn. They dance for 6, get back all this stuff. And we're probably in trouble. Oh, they go for our Archon? Greedy, are we? Okay. Tome. Expensive tome. Oh, man. Oh, guys. Okay, so ECD expires, gets nothing. And if we play Tome, we have a couple looks for an Ugin. Alright, we're going to play this Tome, and we're going to just hope to find an Ugin in my next couple top cards. I guess I'll take a draw here. In case I hit land. Alright, another Scry. Not Ugin, so we bottom it. Although Crawling Barrens isn't a horrible draw. ECD goes off, nothing happens. And now, moment of truth. They're probably going to dance. They're even greedier. They go for the Raven's Warning? Okay. At least Cinderclasm wipes all this stuff out and lets me draw from the Simulacrum. Attacks with the Archon. Sure. I keep thinking they're going to go for a crazy dance. But they also don't have to. Alright, we're going to wipe the board. Draw off the Simulacrum. if we hit like just 2 lands, I'll play the Ox and draw a bunch more cards. Another Simulacrum, that's also a fine draw. And a Field of Ruin, okay. So this isn't bad. We're gonna crazy thin the deck out. Go for a Simulacrum, ramp some more. Field of Ruin, and then we Ox, draw 3. And then we still have the Tome to draw another. So even if they get a crazy Dance of the Mansoff, we should still find an Ugin, hopefully. No Ugin, alright, feels bad. 3 more in the deck, 30 cards to go. Alright, we pass. And we've hit way more lands than our opponent has. I say way more, we've hit 2 more. Okay. Hit me for a 3 draw card. Pretty good combo. Get that sweet, sweet draw. And we might see an ECD on my Ox. It would not surprise me. Oh, hold on. Why can they see my hand? Look at that a player's hand and draw a card. Dang, that's dirty. Okay. They're going to take out my Ox, make a Pegasus. Sure. Extinction Event isn't horrible. It wipes these. This is a bad draw, though. Alright, we're going to draw. We're not going to set a stop. We don't need it. I want as many cards off this Tome as I can get. Alright, Tome isn't bad. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get these cards down. Get the Tome down. I mean, I'll take out the 2/2. And then we're going to play this. We can ditch off this feat. That's okay. And we could still draw some more cards. And we finally, at long last, hit our Ugin. Okay. Can't say we didn't try to find it, guys. We really did. Okay. Not looking horrible. Opponent might Field of Ruin my Field of Ruin. They get to tax me, so Ugin's going to be more expensive, but luckily we have a extensive supply of mana. And I just want them to go for a crazy Dance of the Mance. They might go for the Yori and flicker their whole board, in which case I will probably exile everything with Ugin again. Another ECD ticks off? No, not another ECD. This Raven's Warning ticks off. Yep. I'm not too surprised they did that. And if they blink their Archon now, then they don't get an attack in with it. I mean, there's also no reason to blink the Archon, so what am I saying? Get in there. Ouchies. Gotta watch the life total. These things can kill me. It can kill me, sorry. My voice is being weird today. At least these will gain 8 life at some point. And Cycle Triome, so is this guy a 4-color gamer? Running Binding the Old Gods, maybe? Maybe has it in the sideboard. And is just using this as Orzhov tap land. Alright, second Ox hits the exile zone, so feels bad. Okay. This is fine. And that's it for them, so we're going to draw our cards. More land, of course. Naturally. Okay, Extinction Event. That's actually interesting. I think I still go for the Ugin play. And I still want to have 4 mana open afterwards. So, let's go for it. Ugin number 2. We still have 2 more. Ugin hit you with that raw -5. Yep. Clear out the board. We want untap land for double Tome draw. Poke you down a little bit because we are going to need to close at some point. And we'll pass. Okay. 14 mana. Right through ECD to X. Doesn't look that powerful, and I have like half my lands on the battlefield. They go for their own Ugin. That's pretty funny. So they bolt my Ugin with their Ugin. Very good. How many Tibalts do I have left? I think 2. Alright, we'll draw some cards. Also, finding my own barons wouldn't be a bad draw. We can actually start working towards a win con. Just as I say that, very good. Oh my god. Look at this flood, guys. I can't. Look how many cards we've drawn. Okay, we're gonna take out their Field of Ruin then. Hold on, do I even have any basics left? Let me just check. Yeah, we do. Okay. We're gonna take out this Field of Ruin because I don't want them to have a way to kill my Crawling Barons. Alright. That might have been a mistake to do that right now. We're gonna chip this Ugin's loyalty down a peg. Go for Crawling Barons. Go for this Bone Crusher Giant and pass the turn. Yeah, we have officially flooded. How many lands are left in my deck? 1, 2, 4. Nice. 16 lands in the deck, by the way. Okay, just shoot my Bone Crusher Giant. Wonder how much instant speed removal they have. Okay, Archon.
My greatest creation.
Nightmare. Okay. Alright. Okay. This is all fine. Ugin. Oh my god. 3 lands left in the deck, I think. 2, 3. Yep. Very good. Okay. And let's start pumping this. Decline. Decline. And draw. Okay. And we hit a non-land, and we hit our other land. This is actually wild. Okay, so we're gonna go for even. Even. Okay, and we're gonna animate the Crawling Barons. Take that action, and I can technically wipe this Ugin. How much is it gonna take me? Go to attackers. It's gonna cost me. I have 1. How much mana do I have? 6. I can actually go for a 7th land and then play Valky. And then plus Valky? Okay, let's do that instead. Alright. Okay.
What a curious choice.
Tybalt, I mean. Or Tybalt Valky. Same business. Look at this hand. I can't. Alright. Let's see what we find. More land from the opponent. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Here you go. Send him some love. Tell me it's not hilarious. I don't know. Oh, come on. You're no fun. And if they dance, we have an extinction event. We just call even. Crawling Barons punches Ugin in the face next turn. Takes it out after a danced up board. I mean, how many Dooms do they have actually? That could be a problem. They have 1, so we just... I mean, it's not even a problem. What am I saying? Alright. Long game, guys. I know. I'm sorry. But, can they go for the 6? Dance for 6? Ouchies. I mean, we have this extinction event, which, while they get a lot of value, kind of makes this look like a limp dance. And I think I'll take my upkeep draw. I think we're okay on mana. Bolt my face. Yep.
I will destroy.
Okay.
If I must.
And my turn. Let's draw. Because God knows we need some action. We did it. Ugin located. Okay. I'll discard Temple, as they might have imagined. And we find another Crawling Barons. So what's the play actually? We go for this minus... What are these CMCs? I guess we minus... Do we go for this -6? I guess we go for this, call even. And then what? Just punch the Ugin in the face and pass? I don't hate it. Ooh, but these are all different CMCs. They're not actually tokens, are they? Okay, so we're gonna go for the Ugin play, actually. Alright. We're about to hit that eventually. And what's the... -6? 5, 6. Take out your board. Oof, okay. Crawling Barons. Take that action. Okay. Ugin down. Now what? Do I take a scry or do I just play my other Barons? How many actual playables do I have? I mean, we have a bunch of playables, all of them not that great. I actually just think I get the second Barons online. It means if they hit a Field of Ruin, which I think we've already seen 2, that we've definitely seen 1. I'm not sure about the second. Okay, Archon. Archon into Birth, okay. We still have the Extinction event, so even actually does take all these out. My bad, guys, on the other thing. I had a sort of brain fart where I thought all the dance things were tokens. Okay. And we can just chill at this. We can start emptying our hand first. There's no rush. And we hit more actual gas. Alright, boys. Very good. We'll start here. This could be a bait, but it's okay if it is. Even, and when I say bait, I literally just mean my opponent might want me to do that so they can resolve another dance. We're gonna go here. We're gonna animate my big Crawling Barons. 10-10 is thick. Get in there. So they need an eliminate to take this thing out. Oh, chunky. Play other Tybalt. And we're gonna plus it before we play a land. I want to see if I have to hold mana open or not. Land and my own Extinction event. Okay, we're gonna play this Temple out. Scry. Soulseer. I mean, this actually takes out a Yorion. Whatever. I don't think we need it. I think I honestly just dig for my other Ugin. 12 cards in deck. Have to be careful not to lose that way. These births are going to make a bunch of walls, meaning it's going to be freaking annoying to get through them all. Bay of Wishes. Please no eliminate in sideboard. That would make me very sad. What is it going to be? After taking a hit from the 10-10 Barons, my opponent is at 20, so feels bad. And they go for a Bloodchief's Thirst. Okay, they can take out one of my walkers. We'll see which one they go for. And they opt to go for the Valky. Okay. I can see it. I can see why. Okay. I mean, I can just go hyper aggressive, and I think that's the plan. I'll even, again, off these Extinction events. How many more do I have? None. Alright, I have to be careful. And they ditch their last 2 cards, Heartless Act and Land, to bounce back. Well, we still call even here. I can -2 prevent them 4 life gain. Is that going to matter? I don't think it's going to end up mattering. I'll think about it while I animate this boy. Take that action. Now, how much can I actually kill them here? Hold on. QQ. 9. No, I can't. Hold on. This puts them to... If I put them to... Hold on, guys. Let me just think for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that puts them to 6. Then I'm missing 1 mana to kill them. Oh my god, I can kill them. Okay, because we have a land drop. All right. So we're gonna bolt face. All right, check it. Unless I'm an absolute monkey, then I have lethal with the Bone Crusher Giant. All right, pump. Take action. Pump. Yes. Take action. And I'm going to hit them with those GGs. What a game. Closing with the Barons. Good times. And this is why we play Barons over Faceless Haven, boys. We get there. Alright guys, and we are back. So, because of how long the games took today, I didn't have time to showcase an aggro matchup, but take my word for it, we have the Dragonfires, the Prophecies, the Cinderclasm, Bone Crusher Giant Souls here, Extinction Event, like we have more than enough removal to survive and then take over with Tybalt or Ugin. And the Esper Doom matchup, or any Doom Foretold matchup, like any matchup that wants to spam the board, we have a really good matchup against this well because Ugin just says piss off. But those games are going to take you really long. Like if you guys sat through the whole video, you know we can get there, but it's going to take a while. Anyways, our worst matchup is Sultai Control or like Sultai Ramp. Anything with counter magic and big ultimatums like Temur and Sultai are not it. So if you're expecting to face those decks, don't play this, but if you're expecting to run into a lot of aggro and maybe some Doom, then this might be the deck for you. And on that note, it will be in the description down below, guys, and I will hopefully catch you in the next one. Peace out.